I know. Look, usually Banks like, yo, we good.
Oh, okay. We good.
What's going on, world? Jack of all spades, CLT, back like where they shot Ricky. I am the beloved one, DJ Spellman. To my left, we have the pride of Africa, Ken Wabibi.
It is Wabibi, pride of Africa. Shout out Mali. Shout out to Mali.
Big up, big up. On my right, Banks on the beat.
Hey, yes sir. Blue Water Banks on the beat. Banks, all that. Bad Boy Tires.
3700.
Wilkinson Boulevard, all your automotive needs.
Already know. And today, our special guest hails from Chucktown. If you don't know where that's at, that is Charleston for you suckers. But raised on the east side of Charlotte, we have Mr. Ade Adisa. How you living, sir?
Man, I'm blessed. Is this my water right here?
That's all you, brother.
All right, cool.
There's water, but you got the wine in front of you, too.
Oh, yeah. We got that, too.
No life balance.
We got that, too.
Right.
I'm blessed, man. I ain't gonna lie. True and living. I'm blessed. Thankful for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Just here to seize the opportunity. Thanks has always been a good homie of mine. It's a blessing to meet everybody collectively as a whole. Proud of you, proud of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for welcoming me, man.
No, sir, but thank you for making time for us because it ain't about us today in this moment right now. It's all about you. You the star.
Thank God, man. Appreciate that, bro.
You know, being about you, we're going to start with our flowers. We always give our guests their flowers to start everything off, right?
Wow.
So, first and foremost, you're a father.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Father, too.
Okay. A lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
Voice of reason. I got to put that out there. Still that. Mr. BU.
Mm-hmm.
Muralist.
Mm-hmm.
Creative.
Mm-hmm.
Have had songs on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
A feature on This Is Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to tell us about, this journey.
Accolades.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
Banners.
Well, man, I just hope we got some time.
We got time.
Yeah, man, it's a deep journey, to be honest, man. I would want to say, man, I fell in love very early with music. I want to say it was probably maybe Sharon Elementary School, Windsor Park Elementary School. But what was the inspiration earlier on, as far as the music journey goes? Illmatic. Nasir Jones. I heard that album. What's crazy is I was just sharing this. I love talking about music, man, but I was just sharing this with a person, and I shared a playlist with them, and I had the song "Life's a Bitch" on there with Nas and AZ on there, and they was like, "Man, like your musical taste is like all over the place, bro, because you can go from like Project Pat to like Nas, like it's like very all over the place at times, but I still see that you got that golden era thing with you. But it has a lot to do with me being born in the 80s, 90s kid too. You know what I'm saying? Because I come from the tribes, the De Lies, and that whole native tongue era. But that Illmatic album did something for me, man. I mean, sonically, it was something like that I never heard before. To be that young, to be able to process what they saying, but still having to go back years later in order for it to connect with me, that was so powerful. And that is what forced me to want to pick up the pen. You know what I mean? Because at first, as we all know, it was all about reciting those rhymes. You got to know these lyrics word for word. But then it's like, damn, like, I know I can do this. You know what I'm saying? If I can remember the world is yours front to back, then I can write my own. You feel me? So, yeah.
So now some folks may know you as royalty. And so you decided to go ahead and go by your first name and your middle name now. So what caused that shift?
Wow. I've never really shared this with nobody, man, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. What's interesting is there was always a misconception with the royalty God. Like, it was like, I think a lot of people, and Banks, you can chime in on this. We might need to stay on this topic a little bit. You feel me?
Hey, take your time.
But I went through a lot of phases with that royalty person, bruh. I remember when I first started rapping, bruh, my brothers and them can vouch for this. I had the stupidest name. It was like A the Assassin or some dumb shit. Like, it was like way off, you know what I'm saying? But you're young, you see what I'm saying? And then you go through that transition of you're getting older now. I'm learning more about my name. Like I shared with you guys earlier, me being younger, being in school, you can imagine it's like with a name like Ade. That's the first name with the hyphen, right? but you're in school and they're calling you on the intercom and they're like, can Ade come to the front office or ID and all of that? And that is what develops that level of like dislike for your own name, because it's like, damn, y'all are constantly mispronouncing my name all the time, bruh. Like, why moms and them ain't name me Kevin? You know what I'm saying? Or Brian or some shit. I didn't understand like what it really symbolized and how powerful it was at the time. Still a kid, you feel me? So then I get older, you know what I'm saying? I went through my royalty phase as an artist. I think that misconception was a lot of people thought I was of course, they thought I was the backpacker rapper because of my content and the way my music came out and how it sound. I mean, I had Fonte on my first album, bro, from Little Brother. You know what I mean? That right there alone touched my soul. And speaking of Fonte, thank you, Fonte, because you didn't have to do that, bro. You could have charged me. You could have taxed me over the head. That man, I think he was coming back from overseas with Little Brother. He's like, man, I got a strep throat. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, once I touch back down, because of the love that y'all always show LBs when we come to Charlotte, bro, I'm going to look out for you. That was a huge blessing for me, along with so many other highlights. But and I know I'm rambling. I'm kind of all over the place.
Man, the people
but
wanna know.
I've never had, like, no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had no interview in a minute. But, man, back to the royalty phase. Because of the content, you know, they automatically put me in that box of he's the conscious guy. You know, he's the soulful guy, you know what I'm saying? And I would deal with that whole, like, we're servicing records and we're trying to get songs played and, you know, that kind of thing and trying to promote it. So it was like a tug of war because it's like, well, damn, bro, where your song at, though? Where your hit? You feel me? Where's the single? Right. But I'm an artist, bro. I don't go into the studio with the intention like, yo, I'm trying to make a hit. Like, that's never been my forte. You know what I'm saying? I do things organically, and however it comes out, how y'all connect with it, that's all it's about. You feel me? Whether you feel like it's a street anthem, a hit, whatever, then that's on y'all. You feel me? But I dealt with that, and then I also had my core, you know what I'm saying, fans. At that time, bro, I dealt with a lot of, like, I want to say in the latter years of royalty, what's crazy is that transition, to answer your question, it happened like around 2015. At that time, bro, like, whew, I was going through a lot, bro. Like deep down, dark depression, no made up shit, not even to like sound or needing anybody, you know, sympathy or none of that. Nah, bro, I was going through a lot. Relationship issues, indulging in a lot of drinking, bad alcoholism shit, anxiety through the roof. Man, it was a time, bro, I would probably smoke like 5 Blackie Miles back to back, bro. And for a guy like Banks, right, that sees me and knows my energy for being a certain way, when he sees me, he probably wouldn't be able to see that. Right. You see what I'm saying? And hell, maybe I did do a good job with not putting it out there like that, but that's what I was battling with. So the name change started from that alone. It's like, damn, bro, like, it's a lot of things that royalty is doing right now that Ade would not co-sign for. I got to redefine myself, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got to rediscover myself. And it was one of the best things that I could ever do, because once I made that transition with the name alone, I found myself being a little bit more healthier. I would go to the juice bar. I would go to the gym. I'm in the gym damn near 5 times, you know what I'm saying? Like every day of the week. And so I'm eating better and I'm taking care of myself. I'm approaching things differently. Man, a lot of people don't want to talk about it. Artists don't want to talk about this. But if you have kids, bro, that level of sacrifice, the shit that you got to do, bro, to pursue that career, all of that time and energy that you're investing in that, man, there's time being taken away from your kids. You see what I'm saying? And I had to relearn that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's long hours. I'm in the lab, and it's like, dang, boy, I ain't seen my daughter in a little minute. You see what I'm saying? Now, my son is different. He's just 3. You know what I mean? Yeah, I started all over again. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, you know, it, and also not even just the kid aspect. It could be your family. You know, they want you to come to the cookout. You can't come because you got a studio session or you got a show. You know what I'm saying? So it requires you being selfish in a lot of ways. But that's what it was, though, man. I had to redefine myself. And I felt like, well, damn, all these years I hated my name. You know what I'm saying? I hated my name. My name is very powerful. I wouldn't have been able to come up with royalty had my name not be Ade, because Ade means royal priesthood. It's a Nigerian name. So it's like, damn, I got a cool name already. Let me go with that. So that's it. I know it's a loaded answer. Feel me?
The right answer.
Nah, but for real, let us take the time to say thank you for allowing yourself to be vulnerable on wax. Because when people hear this, and people that know you are definitely going to tap in to the episode, and they're going to hit you up just to be like, yo, I never knew you was going through this.
And I also, to add to that, I also realize that I have a mystique too. I got a serious mystique. Like, there's certain people that see me, and they like, damn, bro, where you been at? Like, what's going on? The last time I seen you, you were at Tremont Music Hall, like, and that no longer exists.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? It no longer exists. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I realize that, man. So I thank y'all and you for saying that, bro.
No doubt, man. But let's get into your movement, the BU lifestyle. And you definitely define fashionable art. As you'll see on the YouTube,
appreciate that.
Peep that man's jacket. But I digress. You have 6 elements that you embody. Be fearless, be brave, be courageous, be great, be legendary, and be resilient. Tell us how these words became the foundation for the BU lifestyle.
Man, you know what's funny? To answer that is just pretty much everything that I just said just now about the name stuff. You know, going through all of those different phases in your life, it's a constant reminder to yourself that you have to be resilient. You know what I mean? Because if you look at the definition of resilience, it shows you that it ain't about how hard you fall. It's about having the ability to bounce back. So that's what be resilient comes from. Being brave, it's just kind of like having that jump start to just start. You see what I'm saying? Us as creators, bro, we deal with a lot of fear. We deal with a lot of doubt. A lot of us don't want to talk about that because we only want people to see just the moment of us working and enjoying the fruits of our labor, bruh. But what happens before that? Like, bro, you dealing with a lot of shit within you. Like, damn, is this really going to work? Is this really going to work? That's self-doubt. You know what I'm saying? You're literally doubting yourself. So to put those 6 elements on the back of a T-shirt, it's not only for the people, it's not only a message to the people, but those are things, those are positive affirmations that I had to remind myself. You see what I'm saying? So I felt like for the merch end, and I know I'm kind of speeding with that, but for the merch, I can't just put out a T-shirt. I need this to be purposeful. I need this to be meaningful. I want when you wear this, it's a reminder like, bro, I'm putting this, I can let my kids wear this. You see what I'm saying? Cause you're 12. You got to go to school. You might have a teacher that's telling you that you might not amount to anything. Those 6 elements on the back of that T-shirt is a constant reminder to teach you that if you plant the seed, watch it manifest itself. Manifestation is real. So those 6 elements, man, it's just kind of like, you know, it's a constant reminder that we can do these things.
100%, man.
For sure. When we first saw your work, it gave us a little bit of nostalgia, like the Mesquite, the early 2000s. You remember that era? Did you know
like
that
this convo,
You
bro.
know? Did you know that Mesquite means poor in Arabic, and that the creator wanted to shout out starving artists everywhere?
What's crazy is when you guys sent me that, I never knew that. I never knew that that's what that meant. And I never knew that that was his intention. But I'm going to tell you, was freaked out, though. Sometimes I have to remind myself of, like, how the algorithms work on Instagram, right? Now, my personal page is private, but BU Lifestyle, of course, is public. It's the brand. But one particular day, this was a while ago, bro. I can't lie to y'all. This is 2019. And I posted something on my story. And Mesquite was on the story. That's crazy. I held on to this. I didn't even want to share I didn't want to share this with you in the text because I had to hold on to this. He was actually on the story. And that is what led to me DMing him. And I was like, yo, first of all, bro, man, I've always been one to salute the OGs before me, bro. Like, I done met a lot of, like, important individuals in my travels of life, bro. But what I do, it's not the same thing as what you do. But, bro, your level of confidence to actually incorporate acrylic paint on T-shirts, sweatpants, hoodies, bruh, you really sparked that idea. And what's so funny is he hits me back like, I'm going to check out your page. You know, I'm taking it like You know, you important, bro. You
Yeah.
Mesquine, like, you know, and to the people listening, some folks might feel like, oh, well, Mesquine ain't popping or nothing like that. But I mean, it had its time.
Back then.
Correct.
But at that time, it was booming. You know what I'm saying? And not just for Philly.
Oh, nah.
Not just for
Worldwide, man.
Philly. This was all over the place, you know. But like, I had to give that up to him. So I'm thinking he's just saying this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna check out your work. A few days later, sure enough, he checked it out. Like, bro, your work is fire. He said, but it's like you are like surpassing what I'm doing, because you're touching on, I'm talking about multiple items. It's not just clothing. And he was like, man, and honestly, I'm teaching art classes and stuff like that. I said, bro, let me tell you something. I don't have no ego. Bruh, I will come to a class, bro. All I need you to do is just follow up, let me know when. If there's a cover or payment, whatever, I'll do that, bruh, because I'm a student. I'm a student of hip hop. I'm a student of all things that I feel like I want to be a part of.
I need to be there too.
But however, right, I followed up with him. He said, will do. But, you know, we never really followed up with the conversation. But to answer your question, bro, like, I always knew, you know what I'm saying? Like, one thing about me, man, is I'm naturally a thinker. And sometimes that can be my biggest downfall, because I've heard people say sometimes, man, you overanalyze things so much. I mean, I've went to therapists, like, personally, and they're like, the most exhausting thing is to fight a war inside your mind. You feel what I'm saying? And so, like, I'm naturally a thinker, so I always think about what I do and who was doing it before me. You know what I'm saying? I study them, not to study them to be like them, but how can I learn from them? It can spark that inspiration in me, and now I can find what I do and master that craft for me. You see what I'm saying? So,
For sure. Okay. Now, why did you choose Be You for your brand? I know the background of it, but can you tell our listeners?
man, listen. This is beautiful, bro. I got so many stories, man. But listen, okay. So one day, back in the day, this is like years ago, I tweeted "Be You" on my Twitter. And one of my guys, man, close friend of mine, he's a close friend to me and DJ Skills. His name is D. Anthony. And he saw my tweet, and he DM'd me. He retweeted the tweet, but then he DM'd me, and he said, yo, because of who you are and what you stand for, the music that you make and the person that you are, you need to find a way to do something with that. I don't know what it is, just do something with that situation. I can't exactly like tell y'all the year. I don't know if it was 2012, 2013. I know it was early 2000s, right? So light bulb goes off. It's like, you know what? It's going to become like a daily tweet, you know what I'm saying, that I do. What's very, very funny and what you guys don't know is, like, from time to time, like, I do these questionnaires, like I do these Q&As on my page from time to time. And I always get people asking me, like, do you remember your first, like, piece that you did? I do. And oh my God, they shattered on me. I did some Stan Smiths, right? I did some Stan Smiths, and I painted them with house paint. Came out crazy with lime green house paint, because at the time we were painting the room lime green. Just like the brain, the NRD hat. Y'all could probably see that on cat. That same color, y'all. That same color. It was fire. And I used these acrylic paint markers, and I put BU on it, kept it simple or whatnot. And I wore them like for that whole day. We had a cookout, man. We was killing them. And what's crazy is like everybody was there, man. I had a lot of local artists at my cookouts, man. People like Moolah Muggsy. You know what I'm saying? I had I'm talking about several artists, you know, at my cookouts at the time. It's like, yo, them Jones is crazy. Where you get them from? I'm like, man, I made these. I'm like, what? How you rap and how you do X, Y, and Z? You even work in the mental health field and you do sneakers too? Like, what's going on? Let me get a pair. But at that time, I didn't look at it from a standpoint of this being a actual sales pitch and I can make money off of this. It can be lucrative. No, this is early 2000s. So the shoes cracked on me, it was like trial and error. I ain't gonna lie, it kind of broke my heart. It wasn't until 2016 when situations started getting a little serious with me. Shout out to my brother, you know what I'm saying? My brother, Rocky Spades. Very, very close brother to me. I won't even call him a homie, a friend, or nothing like that. That's my brother. But he saw me on Twitter one day talking about, just custom stuff and this, that, and the third. And this man followed up with the email because I was talking about how people can be unprofessional at times and how certain businesses run. These people email each other and all that kind of stuff, right? This dude actually emailed me and was inquiring about me doing something for him. I hate to give myself titles and all that kind of stuff. Like I'm the most humble person in the world, but naturally I am, because what we have to realize is these ideas come from your mind. And for somebody to inquire about something that you do, a service, man, that's a humbling experience, bro, because they don't have to come to you, bro. Right. Exactly. They could spend their money with anybody. You see what I'm saying? They don't have to come to you. He could have went to anybody else. He decided to come to me, bro, for whatever reason. And he believed in it. He was preparing for his son to be born, which is my nephew. Shout out to Now River. That's his son. And at the time, he was preparing for that. And I remember, check this out. This is another fun fact about BU. His shoes, the Stans, I did another pair of Stan Smiths for him, right? The name of those shoes were the Genesis, which means the beginning. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Sheesh. See how everything comes back around full circle? You see what I'm saying? So it's like I'm doing a service for this man, but like not even realizing like you are the first person that actually purchased something from me, bro. It's heartfelt. You see what I'm saying? So I can't just consider you a friend, bro. You a brother. You see what I'm saying? So, and I know I'm all over the place, man, but that is what separated it from being something cool to say, a tweet, a tagline, and all of that. No, you need to go into the business for this. You need to take this serious. And then also, too, I graduated from an art school, too. That's another thing we can get into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lifestyle brand, man. Mm-hmm. So what influenced your art style? We can clearly see there's some soul of Basquiat back there.
Man, I'm going to be real with you, man. Definitely, okay, Basquiat, for sure, 100%. And what's beautiful is, man, I was able to go to his exhibit at the Brandt Foundation in New York. It was a beautiful birthday gift for me. At the time, what's crazy is I received a lot of love out there, you know what I'm saying, just for a jacket that I did that was actually dedicated to him. But these people were like, yo, that jacket, man, that's crazy. I mean, we looking at Basquiat because we know who Basquiat is, but that, you did that? That's crazy. And it enabled me to build and network with people. But Basquiat's story, man, I mean, I've watched The Radiant Child probably 500 times, bro. Going back to those 6 elements, you know what I'm saying, on the back of that T-shirt. Basquiat was brave, courageous, fearless, all of those things, you know what I'm saying? Resilient, all of that. I mean, sure. Dark past, but I'm also inspired by everyday life, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm inspired by some certain artists. It could be Jay Dilla. It could be, rest in peace. It could be Nas. It could, Nipsey is a huge influencer in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, in a lot of ways. It could be Stokely Carmichael. It could be it could be my parents, you know what I'm saying? It could be my parents, because I feel like they're survivors, you know what I'm saying? So I pull inspiration just from anything, you know what I'm saying? Like on this jacket alone, bro, like literally, I've had people ask me about this right here, like Noni and Janie. Who are these two people? Those are my grandmothers. They're both resting, in their resting places. So this is like something, this don't have nothing to do with Basquiat. These are my people that's near and dear to me, So I felt like I need to incorporate this, wear it, you know what I'm saying, on me. So I'm just kind of carrying on tradition and holding my people with me on clothing items, yeah.
So I'm looking at your jacket,
Mm-hmm.
and it's great. How long did it take you to put a piece together like that? This is a lot of intricate pieces going on, and all these colors and all these names. Like, how much time you put to making one piece?
What's real is, man, this is a coat that came from Bargain Hunters that I bought for $3. This hat right here came from Bargain Hunters off of Lawyers Road too. This was like $2.50. But I'm definitely a thrifter. I love my city, but I gotta say this is the thrifting ain't the best in Charlotte.
Not in Charlotte?
Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to certain markets to get them gems like that. But every once in a while you stumble across something good. I found this coat and I did a black trench before this. But I always wanted to do one in this, this particular style, beige or whatever, tan. And so what's very ill is, man, I can literally create anywhere. I was bored out of my mind, you know what I'm saying? And I think I was up late night watching Belly, bruh. And it just started with me just doing little things like this on the edge of my bed, bruh. I laid some newspapers down, and I'm just laying like small foundations, different things like that. No lie at all. Now, my black trench that I have, which is wool, that probably took me a good month, probably 2 months to make. This jacket right here, bro, no lie, and this is on my kids. It probably took me like 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah, to lay down. Because I already had like, and I'm not saying like I thought about everything that I wrote on here, you know what I'm saying, verbatim and all of that. But I knew how I wanted it to look, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't take long.
So when did you discover you had a skill for creating, and how did you hone your skills over the course of the years?
Bruh, I went to Garinger for like a month. My parents transferred me to Northwest School of Arts. I've always been, I got 2 older brothers, you know what I'm saying? I'm the youngest. And so I've always been looked at as that kid that's like, he does things a little different over here. Like in the 3rd grade, my mom, they always laugh about it. But I went to school one time dressed up like Malcolm X. In a full suit, specs on. Bro, you would have thought I was a part of the Nation of Islam for real. Like, for real. I was dressed up like that. But to be that brave in the 3rd grade, bro, like for real, to do that, I don't know what it was. It was just something that I just thought of as a youth. You know what I mean? We got photos of that kind of stuff. But, and then too, there were parts of my process, man, when I was like in high school. I had classes like costume design, clothing design, and stuff like that. And I remember one time in particular, I was in the 9th grade at Northwest, and I went into my clothing design class. I talked about this on Instagram, my story. And my teacher, she saw my T-shirt. Like I had, you know how when you were in school, right? And it was like the last week of school, and everybody had like, yo, Banks, I'ma miss you, bruh. Like, turn up, have a good summer. I'ma see you next year. You already know we going crazy. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you always had those shirts, but no, like, that thing was actually a thing for me. You know what I'm saying? I used to make these like series of shirts where, and I'm not the best at drawing, but I knew for a fact I knew how to draw Bart. Like the black Bart, right?
Yeah.
Put Bart on there, bruh. I would put like all these different sayings, and I knew how to do the Nike swoosh, so I'll put that on there. I came into class with one of those on, like in the 9th grade. My teacher was like, whoa, what is this? What is this? At first, I thought she was trying me, bro. I thought she was like being a little disrespectful about it, but she was like, no, this is crazy. This is crazy. If anybody needs to be at this school, you need to be here. Like, you are the epitome of like just freedom of expression in a nutshell. To be this young in the 9th grade, you see what I'm saying? To do that. And it just gave me a spark, bro. And so what's the next question?
The next question?
Yeah, no. What? I knew it was a 2-part thing.
Oh, no. So the second part of the question was how you hone that. Correct.
Okay. Man, consistency.
Consistency.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't even have to harp on that too long, but consistency is the main thing. If this is something that you do, if you're an artist, hip hop artist, whatever, It's just like Iverson said, bro, we talking about practice. You know what I'm saying? Not a game. We talking about practice. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, it's still sharp and still, bro. If you're a DJ, you got to stay on that. Whatever kind of DJ you are, vinyls, CDJs, like you have to remain sharp. My daughter is, she has a lip gloss line that we're promoting for. It's vegan based, animal cruelty and all that kind of stuff. But I try to tell her all the time, you know, all those friends you have on Instagram and people that you know, but you have to promote. You got to stay consistent with promoting. You know what I'm saying? And I just put out there what I do. It could be a rough draft of something and people just jump on it. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. But I just try to stay consistent, bro. That's what kind of kept me in the position that I'm in, you know what I'm saying? For the most part. And then just being confident, bro. Like I'll be honest with you, man. There's a lot of artists that's out here in the city that I salute every single day, and they get like press, big runs. I don't have that. I ain't no hater or nothing like that. I don't have that, but because I don't have that, that doesn't stop my work. You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
Because I believe that time is gonna come. It came for them in that time, you know what I'm saying? But it's all about divine timing.
Yeah, everybody time
You gotta
is
wait your
different.
turn. So yeah,
Sure.
there you go.
So you say you got transferred from Garinger to Northwest School of the Arts. So with that transfer, it happened because your parents noticed the art skills, or it's just something that has happened that got you there just by divine intervention?
This is another misconception. People don't be thinking I don't be smiling, bro. Like they don't think I'll be laughing. It's like, but we're gonna tap into that when we talk about, you know, that one particular question. But nah, bro. Transition. I'm from the east side of town, bro. So my district is Windsor Park Elementary School. I went to Eastway and I went to the G. When I get to the G, bruh, these dudes is in there smoking blacks.
It's a jungle out there.
Big weed. big weed, bruh. Big weed. It's real live situations going on, bro. I'm starting to see, like, honestly, I think some people got caught on to like the Kings, like on the latter years, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't gonna hide my age, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm 38. So for me, bro, I saw that kind of stuff early on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at this, boy, I'm like, God dang, boy, this is crazy. Like this, if there's any school that represents the level of savageness, if that's a word, it's this school, bro. And it's Dub C, West Charlotte. And what else? What else was it?
It was Waddell at the time, but they shut down Waddell.
Say West Meck always had that kind of.
Oh God,
West Meck always had that too.
Treacherous. But the G, it was that, man. And I won't harp on my man's situation. He's one of my closest homies. God bless him. He got out of that situation by the grace of God. But he got caught up into a situation, and my parents found out about the situation that he got caught up in, and because of that, it scared the hell out of them.
Moved you out.
My mom, for the record, too, she's an educator, man, for 23 years in the school system, put a lot of time in, did a lot in the community, from the Little Rock community to Wingate, classic Charlotte, Ponderosa, you name it, old West Boulevard, before gentrification, all of that kind of stuff. But she was an assistant principal and did a lot of work in the school system. So she had that plug. It was very hard to get into Northwest. You had to either enter a lottery or you had to audition.
Oh, damn.
It was extremely hard. These are fun facts, y'all. Okay. You know, we talking classic Charlotte now. Y'all wanted this interview, so I'm gonna, you feel me? I'm gonna give y'all fun facts of how it really went. You feel what I'm saying? And so, but by the grace of God, man, it worked in my favor because she had a connection. So she was able to connect with what sparked the idea was naturally a homie of mine getting caught up into a situation. She knew how close we were to each other, and it scared the hell out of her. She's like, man, we got to get you somewhere in a different school, but not only that, we got to get you somewhere to help you with your creativity. And that's where Northwest came into play, and I was a visual arts major.
Big up moms. Big up moms.
For sure.
Now, you create masterpieces, as you can see in your jacket here, but you also do it on champagne bottles, water bottles, hoodies, sneakers, book bags, purse, even ballet shoes.
Yeah.
So give us the artist's insight on how everything could be used as a canvas. What's that insight?
Wow. You know, when you watch Kanye interviews and he kind of
He's trying
mind
to
draws a
everything.
blank. Man, in order to get great answers, you got to have some great questions. This is profound. I just try to show people it's just like Master P, no limits, no limitations at all. Here's the thing. I follow a lot of dope custom artists on Instagram. Man, by far, bro, it's not a hating bone in my body. I can't hate on nobody. You know what I mean? I know what I do, and I have to build on that. But one thing I wanted to show was my thing is not just the jean jackets, the leather jackets, the hats, all of that. I want to do a basketball. You know what I'm saying? I would love to get into furniture. I would do this table. You know, I want to do, you know what I'm saying, like furniture pieces, home goods, different things like that. I went into that process earlier on thinking like that. Like, there's literally no limitations, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I tried doing my phone case one time with acrylic paint until it started cracking on me. You know what I'm saying? Because of the material and all that crazy stuff. But I've built up that level of confidence to just say, man, and I'm just do shit. One thing I learned is what makes the people believe in it. I think what makes the people believe in it sometimes is it's the trial and error process for you doing it first, right? So like if I'm sure Banks would probably want like an artsy table or something like that, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be the test dummy for myself. I'm the artist, right? So I'm gonna test it out and do one myself. You know what I mean? He sees my table. It's like, damn, bro, I always thought about wanting a table with like abstract art on it and all of that kind of stuff, bro. And because you do this, then I'm gonna let you do this. You know what I'm saying? So you got to test things out. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when Bathing Ape became a thing, right? I don't know about nobody else, and I could be wrong, but I know the first person that I saw wear them on feet was Pharrell. For sure. It's like, damn, like what are these shoes, bro? Patent leather, crazy colors. And it's like the swoosh, but it's got a star. Like, what the hell is going on right here? But it wasn't until I learned more about Nigo later on and how important he was. You know what I'm saying? But I saw him, Pharrell, wear it first. So you always got to start, like, somewhere, you know what I'm saying, in a nutshell. But I try to, like, there's no limitations with what I do, bro. I could have if I had a marker, I would have been writing on this cup. So there's no limits. And that's word to all creatives, man. Like, for real. You know, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, man. If your thing is canvases, that's cool, but don't just stay there. You know what I'm saying? If you see yourself doing something outside of that, man, do that. Do that, bro. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So there's no limits with creativity at all.
Right there, message for the listeners, man. Don't let anybody put you in a box. If you believe in yourself, be you, do you.
Yeah,
as we continue on, like the great DJ K. Slay would say, you've had your work presented at a Nordstrom in New York City. You've even had a jacket on BET. Talk about that feeling of validation when the world gets to see your vision.
Bruh, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I work in silence a lot, bruh. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm the king of solitude, bro. Like, for real. And I didn't learn about solitude until I redefined myself as my real name, Ade Adisa. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a lot going on in that royalty phase, moving around. But to receive love like that, like, for example, the Nordstrom situation, you know what I mean? That literally brought me to tears, bro, because, like, this my city, bro. You feel what I'm saying? This my city, bro. I'm from here, you know what I mean? And I've been doing BU for quite some time, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that anybody owes me anything, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping on that because, bro, to be honest, I've got some great, great looks from my city. I'm talking about being in the creative loafing, radio spins, all that good stuff, opening up for amazing artists, sharing the same stage with them, meeting great people, all of that. But that opportunity came from New York City. And we all know how much we love New York. New York is the mecca of so many things. It's
Correct.
it's the melting pot, man. It's so much fashion, art, cultural things, you know what I'm saying? What's really, really interesting is, and we're getting ready to put out a recap of that experience from New York too, and how that went down behind the scenes. But so once again, my brother Rocky, salute to him, man. He came to me with an idea. Him and his family, they were going to LA. And shout out to Beverly Murray. We call her Nana. She's an incredible seamstress. So the bell bottoms that you see, it's not store-bought at all. Not store-bought at all. My brother came with the fabric.
She made them?
And she made them. Handmade those. That's another reason why that story is so like compelling in it, and you feel it so much, because all of this was literally handcrafted, right? Me and my brother Rocky were talking about these bell bottoms. I'm talking about for weeks at a time, like back and forth. He's like, bro, what you think you gonna do with them? Like, what's the idea? Like, it all started with like, they're checkerboard, like black and white, right? So it's like, damn, do I want to add some red and greens and yellows to that? You know what I'm saying? Or should I keep it very minimal? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, you know what? Now we just gonna keep it black. Another reason why I felt some type of way and it felt so good to see that is because, bro, that's like 99-cent paint, bro. Like, no cap. And art supplies ain't cheap, bro. You feel me? But real rap, though, I'm not one to, like, be the person that's like, oh, I need the best paint on this particular piece this time. I use all kinds of paints, bro. For real, for real. People ask me all the time what kind of supplies I use, and I give it up. I let them know, you know what I'm saying? 99-cent paint. So this artist from out of New York, she saw that particular picture, and she created an art illustration out of it. That alone, me seeing that alone was just like, bruh, this is crazy. The Nostrum situation didn't even have to happen, bruh. I wouldn't have cared if it was any of us in the room, bro. If any of y'all take something that I created and created something out of that, bro, you're going to get the same salute, bro. Because once again, creatives, people don't have to do that. They don't have to show you that love, bro. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that she did, but then this whole time, me and my brother and his wife and his son, who are featured in that photo, we didn't know that she had an exhibit coming up in New York. And then on top of that, we in a freaking pandemic, though.
Yeah.
So now you got to think about like the traveling arrangements and all of these different things. Like, I'm super paranoid. I'm like, boy, I got to drink all the elderberry I can get. You feel me? Because I ain't trying to get sick and this, that, and the third. My mindset, man, I'm all over the place, bro. You know what I mean? But getting there and actually seeing it, it was one thing to see her post about the exhibit, but getting there and actually seeing it, bro, and not to mention, I mean, come on, man, this Nostrum is in the heart of New York, right across the street from Universal. You know what I'm saying? The record label. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, Lord, are you talking to me right now?
How many people
like,
see that?
You know what like, at one point, I was royalty and I was doing music. And I'm looking at this building with the Universal sign. I'm like, at some point, I wanted a record deal. But then I'm over here at Nostrum, and I have art in this place, bro.
Right across the street.
Man, I cried like a child, bro. Like, that thing really did something to me. And so, yeah, the Nostrum was truly, truly a humbling experience. Humbly, man. I think everybody that was a part of that, man, you know, for the most part, that was a humbling experience. And then the BET thing, that was another thing that was like on the humbug, because my brother is a event host / promoter. He's been going to the like Steve Harvey award shows for God knows how long, BET Awards, all that kind of stuff. But his partner is this promoter out here by the name of Jay Woods. Jay Woods reached out to me years ago and was like, yo, man, I got 2 pieces that I want you to do. I want you to do me a fedora, and I want you to do me a jean jacket. I'm like, all right, well, cool. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this jean jacket jump. You know what I'm saying? Came up with the idea, once again, me not knowing that this man is gonna wear this at the Tyler Perry Studios and BET Social Networking Award show. He just happened to pop up on the red carpet, sent me the footage, and I'm just like, wow. I'm not one to run outside screaming like, boy, we did it, we made it type of dude, you know what I'm saying? But no, I do feel things though. I feel things, don't get me wrong. And a lot of times I either feel it in silence or I feel it amongst my people, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all are a part of the set, the crew, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, dang, boy, that's crazy right there. That right there, man, that was crazy. You feel that, bro? That's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not if anything, it just gives me that spark. All right, let's get back to work though.
Right,
moving.
right.
So, yeah, man.
He also has some other dope work with the Golden Bulls of JCSU and also with Converse. Tell us how that came about.
Yo, John C. Smith, funny story. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lex Bibby. Lex.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar.
One of our previous guests talked about him.
Right.
Lex, getting a lot of love, bruh.
Shout out Nick Mata.
Take me uptown, B.
Shout him out.
Take me uptown, B. Nah, I'm only saying that because we always quote and paid in full. It's like a part of our conversation when we see each other and shit. But shout out to Lex, man. Humble soul, great guy, great spirit. Always show love since my rapper days. But once again, he's another guy. But he was like the dude where, you have some people that's like, one of my pet peeves is like when people, they're like, hey, let's link, bro. Let's get up.
And they don't link up.
Let's build. What the hell is we building for, bro? Like, is we really going to build? Is we really going to link, right?
Yeah.
But he was one of those guys that's like, yo, bro, nah, I want to get something done. But how I knew he was serious about it is because he said, I don't have the idea right now. I don't know what it is, but just give me some time to ponder about that thing. You feel me? And then, too, his spirit is just kind of what led me to like, man, take your time, bro. I ain't tripping. When you get to it, you get to it. You feel me? So later, time passes. He comes up with this idea to want to do a varsity Letterman jacket. I'm like, whoa, okay. So now I've done a varsity Letterman jacket before. I actually bought one from Buffalo Exchange before, and I put acrylic paint on there. It came out real dope on 100% wool. So it wasn't that I was nervous about it, but I was just a little like, I did one for myself, and I received that love off the one that I did for me. But no, I haven't done one for anybody yet. Because I'll be honest with y'all, man, for the most part, the jean jackets is what's really moving and got me to this point with BU. I'm just being perfectly honest with you. So with that challenge, Lex met up with me on the south side of town, and I went to my guy that I'm connected to that does stitching. And I knew he wanted something to be like very collegiate, you know what I'm saying, that whole university feel, HBCU, that kind of thing. And I've always I was overjoyed because I always wanted to go to John C. Smith anyway. And I got a lot of friends that went there, you know what I'm saying? And there's people that think I went to Smith, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, dang, boy, this is going to be one. But he sat down with me. We sitting across from each other, and he's like, bruh, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm being all the way honest with you. With you doing this jacket for me, I hope you're preparing because there's no love like HBCU love.
100%.
Correct.
These people are going to go crazy, bro. So please prepare yourself. Have some jackets on deck. Your time frame, however your turnaround time ain't got nothing to do with me. But make sure that you prepare to communicate with these people because they're going to be hitting you up, bro. And I'm telling you, it's serious. So, man, I got the jacket done. He hit me up one day randomly. We were supposed to post a jacket like the following week, like after that conversation. But as the more and more we're talking deep in the conversation, he's like, nah, bro, put it out today. Put the photo out today, bro. I'm sorry. Let's just go. Let's go like right now. I'm like, you talking about like right now? You want to put it out right now? Now it's like 5 o'clock, like in the afternoon. One thing about me with posting like on my personal page, I don't care what time I post. That's my personal page. But with BU, I try to pay attention to like what time people are engaging and really, you know, into their phone, like scrolling, like they eating food at the chicken coop, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They scrolling like, oh shit, he just dropped something, put something out, you know, that kind of thing. Cause that's how I'm online. You feel me? So it's like 5 in the evening, you know what I'm saying? Like 6 or something like that. He's like, bro, I don't care about the time. Watch this. Watch this. I'm like, all right, bro, it's your jacket. It's whatever. I put it out. He puts it out. He was like, you see this, right? He's like, watch, I'm going to tell you how this is going to go. It's like a domino effect. It's going to start with the comments, bro, but these people really going to be inquiring about it. It started with one particular individual reached out for a jacket. Then there was a female that reached out. She locked in. For people who want to know, you know, I don't accept Cash App. I got screwed out of Cash App a long time ago. I'm beefing with them. I'm sorry. Shout out to the people that use Cash App. I'm a Zelle guy. You know what I mean? So when it comes to the payments, I'm just throwing it out there right now until I get everything situated and we're moving forward. Just for the listeners and people that's watching, if you're inquiring about BU stuff, I accept my payments through Zelle. But anywho, man, so these people are locking in the orders the day we put the photo out with the jacket from Lex. And I'm texting him. He was like, bro, I know it's a lot for you to text. You could just call me, bro. It's all good. You feel me? Now, this man is at Camp North with his wife, bro. You know what I'm saying? They having a good time, celebrating life. I'm like, bro, I ain't going to hold you too long, bro. But this is crazy. He was like, I told you, bro. I told you, bro. This is serious. This is Black history right here. These people, they not playing, bro. Like, this is real creativity. And, man, that thing, like, there were times, like, I was just I'm just sitting there like, damn, bro, this is happening fast, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I have done a lot for a lot of people, but that Johnson C. Smith thing, I mean, the way the people were inquiring about it, these are people who went to Smith. So that's why.
Yeah, they felt that.
They felt that. Mm-hmm. The Converse thing, listen, it's just like everybody say, no cap. So let's just be real, people. All right. What sparked that inspiration? Don't get me wrong. I always said I would want to do a shoe. You know what I'm saying? I would want to do a shoe. I love my J's. I love my Adidas. I love all brands. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. Hell, I even got a pair of vintage Avias, bro. Like, I just love sneakers, period. But I've always wanted to do a Chuck, like my own Chuck Taylor. And so for the people that's thinking that I did like an official collab or something like that, like, you can actually go back to my wording on my caption. There's nowhere there showing people, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, yo, he just scored this boy got Converse, like, for real. No, it's not like that. What happened was, that's always been a vision of mine. Went to the site. I realized you can do custom Chucks, just like Nike ID. Okay. And I'm like, shit. But the way I do it, I know I can get a certain amount of love from me doing it because these people know me for being a creative. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to lie. I was kind of toying with the idea when I put like the Converse X BU lifestyle, because I knew it's like, you know, that's giving people just that whole keeping them guessing kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? But I always corrected it like, yo, make no mistake, I'm not getting no check from Converse, people. That's not like an official shoe through BU. But I did it on my own terms. And what's crazy is, man, like, the love that was shown for it, bro, it was crazy. That was crazy, man. So, yeah, man. Shout out to Converse, though. You know, hopefully we can lock something in. I guess, you know, we
put in the universe
station. You did?
Put in the ethos.
Yeah.
Need that. Mm-hmm. We're going to change lanes for a second on you, man. Jack of all spades up here, man. Our foundation is heavy on hip-hop, and we know you come from the same.
Heavy.
It's getting hot now, boy.
That wine
kicking
yourself
now.
ready. Get yourself ready, you know.
That wine kicking.
We seen you recently posted about the freeway sample on What We Do.
Uh-huh.
Creative Source.
Uh-huh.
And along with that, But do you know the song that they inspired a track by both Jadakiss and The Game?
Say that again. Say that again.
I think it might have been The Wine. I got caught for a second, but yeah, you heard right though. Creative source. Do you know the song that they have that inspired a track by Jadakiss and The Game?
No. You got me there.
DJ.
Banks know it too. But yeah, creative source. I'd find you anywhere. That By Your Side, they inspired that, and then Wouldn't Get Far. Both of those came from the same sample.
Same sample.
The same sample.
I know By Your Side was that.
So they did By Your Side. That's the
the same
sample that Jada got it from.
Yeah, creative source. The same people that lace that freeway.
Boy, you got me there, boy.
Hey man, hip hop right now,
You got
boy.
me
That's
there.
what
Hey,
we
look,
do.
y'all starting something now. We need to start a chat. We need to start a chat now. We need to start a text chat. That's the time we're gonna be on now. Now we're gonna be sending samples, all this kind of thing like this. And
Now,
then
hold
we're
on.
gonna revisit the conversation.
Hold on, wait.
You know what you get
Tap
yourself
in
into?
every Saturday
Every
for Jack of all
Saturday.
Spades. We got sample Saturdays.
Yo, this is later on. I don't want to hog up nobody's time because I know y'all got other people to interview. If we got to push it to 2021, hey, look, the creator, your will. Look, I'm back for that conversation right there.
We should make that an episode.
sure.
Straight samples, because
No, I'm
Bruh.
serious, bro.
sure.
And I also want to take the time out to brag about my playlist too, because right now I don't feel like I got no competition. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just.
oh yeah, you coming back for round 2?
Yeah. You got to get you in.
We can run things down, but let's keep it going.
Let's go.
That's
Why
a good one though, Banks.
Yeah,
for real.
For sure. You know, we'll pick it up.
Y'all great, man.
Joe Goldberg, man.
Joe
shout out to
Goldberg,
research
shout out
team.
Joe. Nah, but since we're on that subject of music still, man, I just wanted to bring up the fact that, you know, you opened up for a legend, you know, God rest his soul, Nipsey Hussle, man. I believe that was that Crenshaw or was it before that? Crenshaw tour or?
You know what's interesting? That was like right after the marathon. Shout out to Samir though. Samir,
Shout out Samir,
got
yeah.
him for the Crenshaw joint.
It was a neighborhood theater.
Yeah. We got him at Tremont Music Hall. What's very interesting is, once again, my brother Jay No Truth, him being a promoter, host at the time, Tremont Music Hall, Charlotte people, y'all know about that.
That was the thing. Yeah.
That was the spot, you know, at the time. Shout out to Lisa and everybody that was a part of that whole movement, man, for putting up with our stuff and giving us artists the opportunity to showcase our talents at the time. But anywho, man, I actually put my brothers on to Nip. Was crazy. I was working at Flavor Factory at the time, and I would see his World Star interviews. And once again, I was more or less intrigued. Of course, you see like the similarities with Snoop because of his look,
Correct.
Right.
braids and all that, tall, lanky dude, whatever, and happens to be from the West Coast. So of course you're gonna see that. But I didn't hold him to that because the way he spoke, the things he spoke about, it's like you can't compare him to nobody.
Same you
Yes,
said about
eloquent.
Nas.
I went back to, at the time, me and my brother was staying together, man, and went back to the crib. I pulled up World Star. I said, bro, look at this guy, man. Please look at this dude. But like, don't look at it just from one aspect. Like, yeah, you know, your Crip, spit a little bit, you know, that kind of thing. Bro, really listen to what he talking about though. And he went crazy. And of course, you know, he had the RSC song at the end of the video on World Star. I put my other brother on it who was doing the promotions at the time and was my manager at the time when I was doing music. And so years go by, 2013, the top of 2013, he had came to me like, yo, I got a crazy idea, bro. I got a vision. And one thing about us, man, we're firm believers in just like, you can share your vision with people, but some people you got to be very careful.
Exactly.
So we kept it in-house. And so he was like, bro, I want to book Nipsey, bro. He said, but the only kicker is, are the people really checking for his music like that? I said, nah, we not doing that. I said, we not doing that, bro. We not going to shoot ourselves in the foot, bro. We believers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even hang with naysayers and dream killers, bro. That's going to happen If you want it to happen, it's going to happen. And it was the best time because this is the blogger time. This is like two dope boys time. You know what I'm saying? This is Fader. This is like boy, it was crazy. So those kids are coming. The kids that's online, they're gonna be the ones that's gonna show up, bro.
Exactly.
The college kids, you're gonna get some OGs in there too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so, of course, people can call it bias all they want, but nah, you're gonna perform. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're team. You're gonna perform, you know what I'm saying? And like, but do we think it's gonna be something like that? So he had the conversation with the people from Tremont. I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is another fun fact. This is another Jack of all Spades exclusive.
Yes.
I can't put the number out there what Nipsey charged, but I'm gonna tell you right now, all of y'all will fall out your chair if y'all knew what he charges. Just no cap at all.
Okay.
I'm not lying to y'all though.
So you gonna tease us like that, though?
Right. Hey, no, we're gonna talk about it out, off the camera, off the mic.
Can't put it on wax.
Real rap, man. My brother gave me kind of like, it wasn't an exact number, but it was like around, like somewhere along those lines of that amount that he charged. And so, of course, Lisa at the time that worked at Tremont Music Hall and those good guys over there, it was like, yo, how do y'all think this is gonna go? And we were like, well, we understand. We know who his demographic is. So those people exactly are gonna come. So, bruh, at the time, I had just got the feature in the Creative Loafing. Shout out to Amin Wright. She looked out for me, man. Beautiful story at the time. So it kind of looked good because it was like I'm fresh off of the Creative Loafing interview, that paper being all through the city, big love and all of that kind of stuff. And then here it is opening up for Nipsey. So shout out to my brother, Professor, and shout out to my brother, Nate. They are the ones that got the photos. So I remember Nipsey was so real, bro, like for real. Nipsey came with just Cobby Supreme and his DJ. That's how real this man was, bro. And we talking about early 2000s. My brother at the time had a plug with Hooters. And so he had the food catered and, yo, Nip, what you want to drink, whatever, you know what I'm saying? He comes in like he's so cool. We still even got the tweet because my brother connected him with 98 to do an interview at the time. So we still have that retweet from Nip. Like these are all like sentimental value things, you know what I'm saying, from this guy. And I remember distinctly, man, before the show. And so my brother brings me back there. And, because, we know how the confusion is. Nip is the real star for the night. You know what I'm saying? I'm opening up for you, bro. I'm thankful for the opportunity. You feel me? So my brother is like, let's go ahead and chop it up with him right now before it gets crazy. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. So I come back there, dap him up. I said, bro, let me tell you something, bro. And this is my God honest word, bro, on my kids. I said, bro, you a legend to me, bro. Whatever that means, like, however you receive that, I'm just telling you that years to come, you're going to be something that you can't even fathom in this moment right now, bro. I said, because you're not normal. That's why when I see people talking about Nip online and they say rapper, I get offended by that.
He more than that.
Nipsey wasn't no rapper, ladies and gentlemen. That man made a cultural impact. Rappers don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? Look at the businesses and look at the things that he did. He did the impossible. How else is it that the Nas's of the world and all of these people of importance got all this respect for him?
It gotta be something.
You see what I'm saying? I know I'm getting a little passionate right now, but it's like, how? It's your hard work. It's your hard work, and it's what you stand for. You see what I'm saying? You are a person of importance. Years later, these people are gonna be talking about you, bro. That's why to this day, everybody at this table and even the cameraman right now, I know everybody can vouch for going on the Explore page right now. You probably gonna see a picture of Nipsey.
Facts.
All the time.
How is that? You see what I'm saying? The Pocs, the Bigs, the Puns, the Big L's, The list goes on. Nipsey Hussle, though, dang. We got to put him in the same conversation. You see what I'm saying? This guy from Crenshaw, he probably didn't even see that for himself. But it makes me feel good, bro, because I know now that I was able to tell him that then. It wasn't so much about, like when I think about it now in hindsight, it's like, yes, I opened up. Yes, I had a great time performing. Yes, it was great and all of that. The love that we received, we sold CDs and all that good stuff like that. But to meet him, bro, my brother was the first promoter in the Carolinas. And this ain't no, before people watch, or when you're watching this, don't think I'm throwing shots at nobody, because for one, Samir is my guy. Shout out Samir. I love you.
All right, shout out.
That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? But and it's not even about me bragging, but it's just a fact though. My brother was the first promoter to book Nip in North and South Carolina. Nipsey had never been to the Carolinas before that. So once again, shout out to Samir for that, for following up. And then after that, you know, he came All-Star Week and years to come and all that great stuff. But man, a living legend, bruh. Like, I love you like a brother, bruh. You know what I mean? You could have said, man, whoever dude is, I don't know. You know, I'm not sharing my stage, my show with him. You see what I'm saying? And could have cut the opportunity short. But man, I'll always hold on to that, bro. Those ain't just pictures, and because I don't chase clout, bro. You know what I'm saying? I seize every opportunity that I ever got. You feel me? I didn't get no record deal. You know what I'm saying? But moments like that, to me, bro, I hold that forever. You know what I'm saying? So long live Nip, man.
Long live.
Sure.
Like we do here, man. We are the self-proclaimed Segway Kings. But as you just talked about your records, I need you to finish this lyric for me. How you feeling, world? What's the good word?
Hey, you know what's crazy? Man, y'all might get me again, bro. And I don't like being got, bruh. That, I read that, and I was like, what verse is that?
Well, let me enlighten you.
I've done a
Your
lot.
track, Like Me, the one with the most YouTube spins, that video, that verse came from that song.
Yo, man, shout out to Emil. Shout out to Emil Barnes, man. That's crazy, bro. I've done a lot of music in my time, man. That thing, like, really, really, dang, that one right there got me, bro.
All right. Well, as we continue on, you had a tweet from September 17th that said, kill the ego. Ain't nothing wrong with being motivated and inspired by your peers. I want you to speak on that. But then even further, we know you did some work with Catch More Kids. Go ahead and speak on that as well.
Say that again.
All right. So the tweet, kill the ego.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with being motivated and inspired by your peers.
Shout out to Catch More Kids, man. Kazar is one of my closest. Kazar is a good friend of mine. Solid guy. Did a lot for Def Jam Street Team here in Charlotte. Catch More Kids, you know, that's his queen. I've always been community based. Outside of the rapping stuff and the artistic stuff, I've worked in the mental health field. My parents, it's a black-owned business. It's called Jairus Place Incorporated. And we provide services for individuals with disabilities. So like I was telling you guys earlier, my mom is an educator, always active in the community and that kind of thing like that. And so helping out with Catch More Kids, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's always been a part of me.
Yeah.
Always wanted to lending a helping hand in my city, man.
All right. Well, now big up. I'm also out currently working at education field. So anybody that's doing anything for the youth,
salute to you.
I always big them up.
Man, the kids need that.
100%.
For sure.
But now we've reached that time of the most popular segment of Jack of All Spades CLT. We call it Top 5 Dead or Alive. Shout out Jada Kiss. So, Ade, in your opinion, what are the top 5 misconceptions people have about creatives?
See, this is one of them questions, too, that I thought about before I came. Like I was telling Banks, I was studying, I was practicing. I think I think naturally because we're creatives, I think that people think that we don't know our worth. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of ways, it's a big misconception. I have people, man, I've had people reach out to me like, yo, man, can I get a jacket for like $50? First of all, how you gonna give me a price?
Right?
Hell, the last time I checked, art is not cheap. Art is very expensive. Them little tubes that you see on my story, bruh, you know, some of them tubes, bruh, like one tube from Basics acrylic paint can run you like $5.99, $6.99. You feel what I'm saying? So how you gonna give me a price? You know what I'm saying? That's just one thing. I think also a big misconception is with creatives, people think that we're very unapproachable and they think we assholes. That's another one. I was in Chicago one time and I had a young lady downtown reach out to me. I was going to this party downtown Chicago. She reached out to me like, yo, your shit is dope. She was like, and you actually cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did that? Like, you cool. Not to say that I'm on Virgil or it's crazy because I went to Virgil exhibit out there at that time. But not to say that I'm on any of those guys' level, but I do hear about some of the things that people say because I'm a firm believer in sometimes you got to be careful when you meet your heroes and people that you look up to because you might not like them, you know, in a nutshell. But they think that we're very unapproachable. They think we assholes. They think that some of us got to be high all the time and all that kind of stuff like that. You know, there's so many different like misconceptions about us, bro. And I know especially for me, like I said earlier, some people think that I don't even smile, bro. You know what I mean? And it might be because of the images that I put out there on my social media. That's what creates the misconception. But, you know, yeah. I can't come up with 5, but I know those solid 3 right there.
It's all good.
Those are the things that I see right there. You feel me? Yeah.
Well, man, listeners, supporters, friends and family of Jack of All Spades CLT. I don't even know. Look, once again,
she ready.
I just had a child born right now. This is my favorite moment.
She ready.
This is my favorite moment. So, Ade, shout out all the social media handles that people can find you and give them a little bit more insight of how, if they wanted to get an item, a piece from you, what they need to do.
Oh, King Ade Adisa, KING ADE ADISA. That's my personal junk. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna see that it's, you know, it's private or whatnot. But you can definitely add me there, you know, for the most part. But, you know, that kind of thing is just more personable, just things that's near and dear to me personally. BU Lifestyle, you know, THEBEYOU Lifestyle spelled correctly. That's the brand page, and that page is public. You can follow me there. You know what I'm saying? She ready to get us up out of here. But yeah, so you can follow me on those two pages right there. I also want to say, man, it's like, not that I'm like all the way back into music. I'm just having fun with music, man. But, you know, I'm not pursuing it to get a deal and all that kind of stuff like that. But we just been having fun. Shout out to my brother Rocky, man. We got something that we putting out. It's called the 4-6 Project. We'll talk about that later for the, you know, in a nutshell. So, you know, we got a few things in the works, man. It's a lot of great things. More stuff for BU. If you want to reach out, BU Lifestyle 2016 at Gmail. You can hit me there. I accept my payments through Zelle. Let's go, man. Let's work.
You done heard the words, man. Jack of
all spades, man. Thank y'all for the opportunity.
On IG, you know, I am the beloved one. We have the Pride of Africa, Ken YBB, Banks on the beat, behind the scenes, Marlo, Anchor.fm for all your streaming platforms, YouTube. Shout out Fife Dog. Tell your mother, tell your father, send a telegram, and we out.
Oh man.